book is The Red Sweater. It is written by the author by Peter Maloney. And the illustrator is Felicia Zach. Alright, so what you think this book is going to be about? It's called The Red Sweater.
I think it's going to be about him wearing the red sweater a lot.
Yeah. You just might be right. You might be right. Alright. We're going to go into the book. This is chapter 1 of The Red Sweater. Peter liked almost everything about school. He liked learning to read. He's reading Belly Button Boy. The Belly Button Boy. Alright, he likes to learning to count. And he really liked his teacher, Miss Robinson. Like he's giving her a red apple. Is she wearing an apple dress?
I think she likes apples.
It was 2 plus 5.
2 plus 5 equals 7.
Nice. Ha 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 ha. But there was one thing Peter didn't like about school. Russ DeLuca. Who you think Russ DeLuca is?
I think like a bullying tool.
Oh, you might be right. You might be right. All right, chapter 2, Peter's Red Sweater. Peter was the youngest boy in his class. Even though he knew how to dress himself, his mother still set out his clothes every morning. See how his mom set out his clothes? He's brushing his teeth and then he's getting ready to get dressed. And one thing was always there, his red sweater. It will keep you safe, his mother told him. Cars will stop when they see you. Peter always looked both ways before he crossed the street, but his red sweater made him feel extra safe. You know what extra means?
Yes. It means that, like, he feels safe already, then it means that he's extra, like, double time safe.
Right. He's proceeding with precautions, making sure he's extra safe. He's crossing the street. You got the stop sign, so you can cross the street, keep the cars from coming. Of course, there was one thing that Peter Red Sweater couldn't protect him from. Russ DeLuca. Who you said that was?
A bully?
Okay, we're going to find out. Today, the 10th day in a row that you've worn the red sweater. Russ said to Peter, "Don't you have anything else to wear?" Peter didn't say a word. Chapter 3, All Things Red. How you spell red?
R-E-D.
Nice. That afternoon, Miss Robinson asked the class to name things that are red. Felicia raised her hand. My bow. She said she pointed to the bright red ribbon in her hair.
My bad.
My bow. That's good you're listening and pay attention. I like that very well. Even when I mess up, you pick it up. I like that. Roses said Toby. A stop sign Rich called out. Fire engine said Patty. Apples added Lou. Anything else? Asked Miss Robinson. So you got the roses, apples, fire truck. Who was that?
Mrs. Robinson.
The sweater that Peter wears every day, shouted Russ DeLuca. Peter's face turned as red as his sweater. Now, why do you think his face turned red?
Because he was embarrassed.
Right. He got DeLuca all in his face. Chapter 4. Oh no, not again. What you think is going to happen in this chapter?
The same thing's probably going to happen like last chapter.
Could be. We're going to find out. The next morning, Peter's mother set out his clothes. Peter put on his jeans. He tied his shoelaces he tucked in his shirt. And he walked to the door. Peter, his mother, called out, "Aren't you forgetting something?" What is he forgetting?
His sweater.
What color?
Red.
Right. It's too hot for a sweater. It's too hot for a sweater, said Peter. Too hot, cried his mother. It's almost November. Put on your sweater now. There always knows. Okay, chapter 5. A surprise for Peter. What you think the surprise is?
Probably he's not going to wear it to school.
Could be. We're going to see. Peter put on his red sweater. He walked very slowly to school. As he walked, Peter heard psst. He stopped and looked around. No one was there. What you think the psst was?
Probably one of the people from his class.
Find out. Then a pretty face with the beautiful bright eyes and a big blue bow popped out of the bushes. Who was it?
It was the girl with the big red bow. I forgot her name.
It was Felicia. Felicia. I have an idea, Felicia said. Really? Said Peter. It was it, Felicia whispered into Peter's ear. What you think she whispered in his ear?
Probably that she has a spider.
Let's see. Are you sure you didn't mind? Asked Peter. Not at all, said Felicia. What is he wearing?
The red sweater.
The late bell was just about to ring. Peter and Felicia came running through the classroom door. Running fast so they could make the bell to get in class on time. Yeah, the turtle and the rabbit was timing them. Chapter 6. All's well that ends well. Peter was wearing Felicia's blue-red sweater. Peter was wearing Felicia's blue sweater. Felicia was wearing Peter's red sweater. So what did they do?
They switched the sweater.
Nice. You're paying attention. I like that. Russ DeLuca was so surprised his mouth dropped. Yep. This sweater is really comfortable, whispered Felicia, and it will help protect you from cars. Peter smiled. He's happy he got a new friend, Felicia.
It's a nice bird.
Yeah. Okay, once again, the author was by Peter Maloney. All the artwork was done by Felicia Zach. What did you like most about the red sweater?
How his mother always knew that he was wearing the red sweater. And I also just figured something. That Peter and Felicia in the book were actually the writers in the
Yeah?
pretty sure.
on to that. That's real good. I like that. I like that. So would you read the red sweater again? Would you recommend it to somebody?
Yeah.
Yeah, you like it?
Yeah.